What's up, family? Gerald the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Let the King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
What's up, good people? BetOnline is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, B-L-E-A-V, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcasts on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
Folks, we're back at the Shawn Walker Show here, covering Allen University basketball here with my man Shawn Walker. Got to see him in the ATL this weekend when they played Morehouse and Clark this weekend here in the ATL. We'll recap that as well for you. But brother Shawn, how you doing after that road trip last night, man? Getting back to Columbia, man.
Doing good. We're glad to be off the road. Got home last night about 3:30 in the morning. By the time I got home, it was out to 4. So we're happy to be home, man. Got up this morning and shook it off and came in here to talk to you a little bit and get ready for the weekend.
No doubt, man. I ask you now. I know you came to the Hawks game, man. So just get your opinion as a coach, man. What are your thoughts about watching the Hawks, man? Playing Friday night against Indiana, man. And just kind of seeing what the NBA game a little bit there this past weekend.
Yeah, when I go to games like that, I go for entertainment. It's when you take a look at that level of basketball, the size of those players, the agility of those players, and just the overall skill. I sit there in amazement. So when they got my popcorn and my unlimited amount of drink there, Sprite, they call it bottomless there in the arena.
Yes.
And, had a good time just enjoying and watching the game, which I don't get a chance to do much.
No doubt, man. And the Hawks game experience is a little bit different than most teams around the NBA, man. Like every time out, there's something going on. There's no time out. We just chilling.
Right.
It's always the music or some kind of contest, kind of shot. So I will say our PR department, entertainment department does a great job of game presentation mode and making sure fans are engaged the whole game, win or lose.
Yeah, well, it was definitely it's definitely a family-like atmosphere there, and very fun to be in attendance.
No doubt. And Shawn, I know bring your team on a business trip, road trip. I know a game in Morehouse, it kind of what we've talked about in the past, man, like those close games, man, where you guys are in there, but when the momentum goes away, it's kind of like, they kind of man down to it. We don't like that. But trying to learn from these mistakes, when we get Morehouse game is very winnable. But talk about that game in particular, how you trying to use that game, watch the film, get the guys to kind of see that, hey, if we execute in the clutch and throughout the game, and then we can get over the hump of these close games here.
Yeah, well, we've had each of the games that we've played in after the first weekend before last night. We've had a commanding lead. We've had a lead anyway. We were right there in the game. Against Morehouse, we were up 11 in the first half. Went in halftime up 5. And so we have just a difficult time just continue to grind the execution. Now, some of that certainly is about the other team. We don't operate the greatest when teams start surging at us. Where we can get ourselves in a comfortable situation and we can really execute in the games at a moderate pace. We can do some damage. As faster the game gets for us, we're not quite as good. So we had an opportunity to win a game at Morehouse. Morehouse is 7-1 in this league. One of the top 3 teams in the league for sure at their place. We played solid ball. We shot 16% from the field in the second half, 5 for 30. We missed about 10 uncontested layups in that game. We certainly missed 6 uncontested and probably another 4 or 5 that good college basketball players should make. It's one of those games that we left on the table. I felt lost the game by 2 points, had a chance to tie it at the buzzer, but we didn't quit. We played tough and we led that game for most of the game. We're just unable to finish. So to beat good teams, beat teams that are probably a little bit more talented and bigger and stronger than we are, you have to play mistake-free basketball throughout the game, and we have a hard time doing that. Unfortunately, we have a hard time doing it after we get a lead. So it's something that we're working on a day-to-day basis, and hopefully we can continue.
And Shawn, I feel like this, man, for your guys, man, value in that basketball, man. Stop throwing the ball away. Because I feel like sometimes you guys get reckless. Sometimes I watch it back on live streams and things of that nature. It's like we got to get to a point where we're not getting rushed in our heads and start thinking too quickly and just make the right basketball play, the right read, and just keep that execution. Just not get panic mode, in all the little small things, free throw blockouts, rebounding, 50 balls, hustle plays, getting a rebound, 50 play with a rebound, and getting out and go. All those small things are points that you can prevent and make more for you. So if you do get tight, you have the cushion to withstand the run and reset yourself and refocus and finish the game out the right way.
Well, I'm saying to our guys that, we have to play a certain way. All right. We have to capitalize on opposing teams' errors. And then we have to minimize our errors so they're not capitalized on. And that's the same for every team. I guess that's cliche. But for a team like ours, it's major. And when the game gets to be too fast or the game gets to be out of control for our liking, we're definitely at our worst. All right. We're going to turn the ball over. So we have a couple of pivotal areas of concern. One, untimely turnovers, and they normally happen obviously through bad decision making, but those decision makings are worse when we're in a rapid pace. All right. 2, how we finish a possession once we get a stop. Last night in the first half, we just couldn't get a stop. In the second half, we got stops, and then we threw the ball to the other team. So, and then our turnovers go to layups. So those things they're difficult to work on because we don't want to practice playing at a speed that we can't play, so that we can practice not throwing the ball away at that speed. You know what I mean? It's a kind of a funny dynamic. We've got to work really hard at managing the game better. It's tough. We kind of play with one ball handler. All right. We play Shawn Aldridge or MJ Ray. normally primarily handle the ball when people press us and attack us. We don't necessarily have playmaking people on the wings, so we need to get the ball down the floor. So those persons, Austin James and Malik Lacewell, can make plays shooting the ball, 1 or 2 dribbles. And so that's our dynamic, and we're pretty good at it when we get into it. And when we're not into it, it doesn't look very good.
And like you got good stuff you run. Once you can get in your stuff, it's good stuff. Yeah, and the guys can get to the point where they trust the stuff. Just make the right play. If you swing it one more time and swing it again, you might have an easy shot for your big guys. Throw up to him and he catch the ball, turn and do something with it. So it's like they have to the point where they understand, like, hey, if we just kind of don't let the game play us, we play the game, and then get into our stuff. Right. Got opportunities to do some things and then set our defense. Because obviously you can, when it's set, you can get some stops. Transition-wise, it's kind of crazy, but when you set it, get the right things and make sure you're doing the right things defensively, whether it be zone or the man, you definitely get some stops and get opportunity to build off those things and get those kills.
Well, the thing for us is that we can be very difficult to guard. We have to assure that we are taking the right shots, that we are looking for the right shot, because that's also a part of how we begin to play too fast. A bad shot, a shot out of balance, puts you in transition defense. There's a direct correlation between shot discipline and transition defense. That hurts us. It's a direct correlation between being out of balance on offense and transition defense. So you turn it over and you're out of balance. You have a big problem. So those are things that we have to improve on, but they're not things that we do for 40 minutes. They're things that we do for 2 or 3 minutes, and those 2 or 3 minutes put us in a deficit that at the end of the game we have a difficult time overcoming.
Yeah, it's like stacking that thing, man, and I think as young kids, man, sometimes they don't understand like the process of stacking good things, and then when something bad happens, let's not let that overcome us. I think that's something that young kids struggle with as well. Heck, I see it on the NBA level still. So like you talked about before the game started, young kids becoming young adults in the NBA, and those same habits are still there. And it's like, yeah, it gets to a point in your mind where you can overcome. Say we all got flaws, we all gonna make mistakes, but in a game, understand, hey, let's take the coaching, accept the coaching, and kind of make the corrections, and don't get pissy if your coach gets into you about doing something that you messed up on, because those are going to make you, the team, better. When we're clutching a team, it's not a team that got world beaters on it, so we have to really just come together as one and all be on the same point going forward.
Well, our objective, particularly with the team that we have in this first year of building this program, is connectivity. All right, we're not a connected, banded together group. We're going to have a difficult time being successful. So it's part of my message last night after the game. We've lost 4 games right now in a row. 2024 so far has not been the greatest to us, but we have certainly had an opportunity to win. We've certainly played some good basketball here or there. The stakes are raised. All right, you played Morehouse one night. They're 7-1 in the league. You go back the next day, you play Clark. Clark's coming off a major win. They just beat Benedict, who is number 9 in the country. Benedict was undefeated before Clark beat them. That's a tough weekend for a program that's trying to climb the ladder. So I don't think that we played awful. I don't think that we went out there and never had a chance to win. I think that we're competing. I think we're playing hard. That's a testament to the young men that I have in the locker room. For the most part, they are coachable. At the end of the day, nobody likes to hear that they don't do something well. But it's just the sooner that you can accept the fact that this is what I do. This is what I do really well, and this is what I should stay away from, so that I can be more successful doing what I do well. Then you can become a good team. It's okay if you don't shoot the ball great, but this guy does. So you drive it, and he shoots it, you guys are a team. You're banded together. So that's what Coach Walker and my staff, that's what we're trying to do for these guys, to let them know that stay away from the things that you're weak at. Do more of the things that you're strong at. If you do that, then we together can be a team that's a force to reckon with. We're not going to out-talent people, all right? We're not going to be the most talented team on the floor every night, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we can be smarter than the other team. We can play harder than the other team. We can do it for longer than the other team. Gives you a chance to win.
No doubt. It reminds me, I don't know if you remember this back in the day. Remember that Magic team that before they tried to get McGrady and Duncan and all those guys, they went 41 with guys who were just like you said, wasn't the most talented team, but they won. It went 500. Pretty much a team that was there to tank, but went 500. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And, like, people thought the Texans were not going to be good at football this year because of the roster, but they just stuck to a plan. And so there are examples of just doing things the right way and just playing and executing attention to the details, and we can get the win. And what's good about your team is, I know the result's not what you all wanted, but if you can, they can put in their mind, hey, we got up on these teams that we didn't close it out, but we have something here. We do it the right way to cause people trouble and do the right things to execute. We can win these games. We work at a point of winning. You know, we didn't close it out, but obviously we did something correctly to get up these points. So that's the way I take from the positive from it and just say, hey, we can do this. We do this, replicate this, what we doing, the right, we can get something done. Well, last game. So,
well, the good part about the fact is that our players do believe that they can win. All right. We are not a defeated locker room. We are not in a mix of thinking that we just need to show up for the game to get beat. Also, the culture of this program is, we have to be completely honest. As I went through the locker room last night and said, we have one guy in that locker room that transferred here that didn't win a game last year at all. All right. He only won 2 games prior to getting here. All right. He was a sophomore. They were 0-26 in last year, and they won 2 games the year before. Obviously, the young man that returned here won 4 games a year ago and won 6 games the year prior to that if they were here 2 years. So we're trying to change this mindset of, not so much change the mindset because they want to win, and obviously they wanted to win before they came here and before they played for me. It's not me, I'm trying to say, but we need to change how we approach winning. All right, what does winning take? What are you doing in practice to promote winning? Excuse me. What are you doing in practice to get better? What do you do outside of practice? Are you actually working on the things that I'm asking you to do? Not going in the gym, throwing the ball up from out of bounds or from half court, but are you actually working on shot faking and rebounding or going to the ball with 2 hands? Are you catching the ball with 2 hands? Are you taking game speed shots? These are the things that we have to overcome. You were in the locker room last night at the end of the game. I got here this morning to do the show. I told you we got here at 4:00 in the morning. I walked in today. I got a player in the gym and they're shooting right now. All right. So that's a good sign to the message that we gave last night, because everybody got off the bus at the same time and everybody got here late. And there's one guy that didn't sleep in this morning. He did go to class, and then after he went to class, he walked into the gym. So we're headed in the right direction. Rome wasn't built in a day. We're looking forward to continuing this race because it is a marathon. It's not a 40-yard dash.
And as you say, you're moving the cheese day by day.
That's it. Moving the cheese day by day. That's it.
Moving the cheese day by day. We're doing that. And you got a big weekend this week coming up at home. Finally coming back home. Finally. You all been good at home. So you got, 2 friends of mine, Montez and Coach Gill, coming in there from Fort Valley and Albany State. What I said for those guys on film was you all prepared for this weekend at home, a big weekend for you guys.
This is a great big weekend. We've got to get this monkey off our back, so to speak. We're in a pivotal moment of the season. We played at the very, very, very top of the league, so to speak. We've got Fort Valley and Albany coming. They're both teams that are very formidable opponents, very good teams, just like us, trying to fight in the trenches. And then we leave there and got to go across the street to Benedict, after that game, and then go get on the road again. So, it doesn't get any easier. And as I say to our players, nobody's feeling sorry for us right now. We're not going to feel sorry for ourselves either. We're going to go in here and fight it, scratch and claw. This is a hard hat program. It's built on hard hatness. And so what we're looking forward to doing is getting our first win in 2024, getting our 8th win of the season, trying to stay status quo, staying positive, staying connected, continue to get better. I think we're the team in the league that has the most growth to be able to do at this point in the year. And that's a bonus. Like, that's exciting, right? It's not like we've reached our peak, all right? We can stop turning the ball over. We can stop giving up offensive rebound. We can start not giving up the middle drive. We can get back in train. We can take better shots, all right? And so that 10-toe buy-in is there, and that 10-finger buy-in is there moving forward. Now, what I don't believe is anybody wants to play us, right? I don't believe that people see Allen on the schedule and say, okay, that's a win, all right? I don't think people see that. And so that makes me feel good. At the same time, I mean, it's no moral victories. We got to figure out how to be up at the end of the clock. And every game is going to be close for us, so it doesn't make a difference. We're going to play close games. Last night's the first night that we got beat handily this season, and so we have to figure out how to try not to let that happen again. And it'll be tough because we got some great opponents coming up.
And last one I got, man, I'm looking at the SIAC East. It's a gauntlet, man. It's crazy. The SIAC East is crazy. The up and down. Looking at the man, that's a gauntlet. It's a lot of talent in the league, and the games are going to be close. And it come down, like you said, execution. And it's beautiful that you can still get better because everything you named is something that's correctable.
No question.
It's not like it's not correctable. If it was something different, but like you said, man, the things you can improve on are things you can actually, it's great to have that opportunity to grow. And growth is linear sometimes. Guys, when it says you go up here, no, it's kind of incremental growth in this, and it makes a difference as you go through this great journey you all on, this rest of this 2024 season.
Yeah, man. So listen, Benedict's on our side of the league. They're 9 in the country. Morehouse right now is 8-1 in the league. All right. Clark Atlanta is now 11-3 with a Division I win versus Mercer University early in the year. They just beat Benedict. All right. Those 3 teams are really good teams. Really good teams. Listen, Miles is Miles. They're on the other side. We haven't seen them yet, but obviously Fred Watson is legendary in this league and seems to be around the championship every single year. All right. He's kind of leading the group on that side. We've already played Lane and Morehouse that are great. I mean, Lane and Lamont Owen that are really good teams. So, not that every team is good because we lost to Tuskegee in overtime. At that time, they were 2-10, and they may have the best post player in the league. All right. Spring Hill plays a little bit more methodical like we do. Spring Hill's got arguably the best catch and shoot guy in the league, averaging 20, shooting threes. And then their point guard had 30 points against us. The shooter had 20 and the point guard had 30, out of their 80 points. So there's great players. There's great coaching. There's great players. We got to figure out where we fit in this equation. So, we're getting started here in this program, trying to get this cheese moved. What we need to know is we got to move the cheese, but we also need to move with the cheese. That's where we are right now in our journey. The cheese stops and goes, and it's going in a direction that we don't necessarily want it to go. We got to move with it and get it back on the right track. And I'm confident that we're going to do that because we're going to continue to work at it until the last horn sounds.
Now I'm confident in you too, my good brother. Like I said, it's good to see you last night. good to spend some time with you and your team, man, and sit on the bench with you guys, man. It was fun, man. I enjoyed the environment. I told you I was tired, but I still said I'm gonna come support you, man.
I appreciate you coming, man. I appreciate your words with our guys, and they enjoyed hearing from you. And hopefully we'll be able to do it again soon. We'll be back in your area in a few weeks in Fort Valley and Albany, and it's a little distance away from you, but you never know. You might get a chance to catch another game.
Hey, if we have an off day, I'm coming, brother. You know, if we have an off day, I'm coming. You already know that.
I got you, brother. I appreciate you.
Anytime, bro. Good to see y'all as folks. The Shawn Walker Show, man, one of the highest shows in the country, man, doing big things. My man, Shawn Walker. Hey, brother, I'll see you soon, my guy.
No doubt about it. Appreciate you, soldier.
All right.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z. Sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews. You name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
What's up, good people? Bet Online is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. Bet Online continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. What's up, family? Jared the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.